Hello guys, it's Thomas here, and this is take 2, because interruptions happen, of Blaze's Flashbacks episode 2. So, in last episode I left you guys off with something big happened in September 2004. So, what happened will basically affect my life through the next 14 years, and probably 18 years of it, but like 14 main years, and it's going to affect my life for a long time. Which is, I started preschool. Because, you have to go to work and crap, and this kind of starts the whole, work, kind of school's kind of workish, because, with work you gotta go, and, school you gotta go, so that's basically that. But yeah, so I started school, and I was really reluctant to go on the first day, guys. I was really bad about it. Hey, you can't really blame me, because I've never done this before, but my mom came to the back door and opened it. I went to the other side of the car. She went to the other side of the car. I just kept doing that for like 5 minutes, apparently. And then eventually I got it. So this school I went to was a Catholic school. Glad I didn't stay there. And, it was basically also daycare, which, alright, the Catholic school part was only for first grade now, which is good, because I don't want to be going to no Catholic schools. And, so that was that, and, like, there was a kindergarten class, which was basically just normal school, and the preschool was a preschool, but mainly a daycare. It was 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., but your actual preschool class was 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So, yeah. Now, I know I said this one might not be good in the last episode, but I think it's actually going to be good, because I actually forgot something pretty big that would happen in about a year from when this all started, September 2004. Anyways, back to my story. Alright, so I started preschool, and when I first actually decided going there, I started telling everyone, "Hi, my name's Liz, hi, my name's Liz, hi, my name's Blaze, hi, my name's Blaze," like, to everyone. I probably seem like an idiot, but that's what I did. I'm not even joking, that's what I did. This is back when I still lived in my old town. And so, I, was there, and I just kept saying, "Hi, my name's Blaze," to everyone. And, like, how many of you actually went into the school? Like, to your left, there was a down, like, kind of like 4 steps down, to, like, a classroom, or you can go straight ahead to a classroom, and I was straight in the classroom for the first year preschoolers. And if you didn't actually know, the first year preschool isn't actually necessary. Like, some people do 2 years. The second year, I think, might be actually, I don't even know if preschool is necessary, but I believe the second year is what most people do. Some people do the first year, though. But I did both years, unfortunately. So I had to go there, and yeah, it was pretty boring. Well, it was probably the best school days I'll ever get, because, let's be honest, I think we all just want to go run around the gym, run around outside as kind of a recess thing, and just color and make artwork and have no grades whatsoever. I think that's way better than now, because now you actually have to do stuff. But back then, all you do is, you either go to gym class, and it wasn't even a gym class, it wasn't even organized, you just took crap out and you just play with the stuff. I swear to God, my dog starts barking at this minute, I'm gonna get angry. But, outside you just run around the jungle gym, whatever. It was really kind of creepy back there for some reason. I always remember it as being creepy back there in the playground area. Because it wasn't creepy in the aspect of, like, people were creepy back there, but, like, it was creepy in the aspect of, it was literally, the school was surrounded by trees, but there was, like, this huge piece of land back there that's covered by trees, like, all the way around. But it was, like, this gigantic piece of land that you could have, like, a whole entire subdivision on. And it was surrounded all by trees. And there was nothing on it. It was really creepy past that. And I don't know why, but it was just really weird. I never liked going back there, which I was happy we only went back there, like, from, like, 7, like, they'd only go back there from, like, 8:30 to 9, and I'd always get there about 9, so, that was always helpful. But there was this one time I was there. I got there really early, and it was, oh god, I didn't like it. But yeah, so that was basically preschool part 1 because first year, and that's all we basically did was go you do whatever, and you just play around with stuff in the gym, or you would just have there was basically this playroom thing. It was really weird. It was how I was describing how you go to the left for the one downstairs room, straight back for the normal, or the downstairs preschool second year. You go straight for the first year, and you go right, and there right there would be the principal's office, a bathroom, and then there's this little room, a playroom. There's rice in there. Everyone was played with. I don't know why, but whatever. So it was interesting, but then we got to the summer, which I was kind of confused. I'm wait, so you guys just sent me to this place for for months, and now, I came home after 3 hours, but still, you guys sent me to this place for months, and now I'm just doing whatever. Okay, this is cool. And so I guess I'm done with that, and that's just one of those things. Then I had to go back. I remember parents told me in July, oh hey, you're gonna have to go back there, by the way, next year. Not next year, but in a couple months. I'm what? And that was frustrating, but I liked their summer break system because you actually got out that week, basically, once a that Labor Day weekend, that Friday was your last day, and at least my last day, because I think they had the daycare throughout the summer. They didn't have the classes, so that was the class's last day, and the class's first day was that day after Labor Day, after Labor Day weekend. So yeah, but I remember being there, and I was whoa, this is cool. Not really, but I'm whoa, I'm home and stuff. And then actually, we were talking. My parents were talking about we were gonna move away, and I'm what? I literally said, what does that mean? And they said, well, we're not gonna be in this town anymore, and we're not gonna be in this house anymore. We're going to a new house. I'm new house? I don't want that. And well, at first that's what I said. That. This is all took place in July, or not July. What am I talking about? I'm an idiot. Maybe July 2004, but we actually knew. I knew about the new house for a while. I don't know why I said July, but well, actually that's when I found out we were moving there. I don't know why I didn't know what we were doing. Because I remember we'd always go near to where I live right now before it was even built, and it would always be whoa, this house is being built and stuff. I was looking at it, I'm oh, this is cool, but I never actually thought anything of it. I never thought we were gonna move there for some reason. I always thought my parents were yeah, this is the new house. I'm well, that's cool. And I didn't really know what that meant at the time, so I would always be well, what? Okay, sure. That's cool. And I basically would just do that kind of like that, and I wouldn't really know what they were talking about. And I basically saw the construction of this house from when the foundation, not even the foundation, when the dirt was just being cleared off this plot, basically. And it was just basically ready to start digging to when this house was fully built. So I've seen it all. And I remember basically, it was, like I said, about July 2004 is when they told me, or 2005 is when they told me, we're gonna live there now. And I was confused by that. I'm what about this house? Someone else is gonna buy it. And I'm what? So we're not gonna live here anymore. I'm so, yeah, that's why I always went over there. I thought we were just going over to see it built. So then, they basically, August 4th, 2005, all I always remember, was the first day we got to tour this house. Basically, we always would enter it without permission just to see it. But, I don't think they really cared. But, this is, basically when it all started. I'm whoa, it's a house, it's cool, and stuff. And I liked it at first, and I'll get onto that later. So on August 4th, we got to see it. August 5th, 2005 was the official day that we moved in. So we moved in that day to this town. We moved into this town of, I'm just kidding, I'm not going to say what town. We moved here, and I'm okay, this is kind of cool. I like this house. My rooms are better. They're actually connected now. This is pretty cool. And yeah, I liked it, but for about the first week I liked it, I should say. And then I actually hated this house. Completely hated it. I'm like, because, they told me we were going to live there, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go back home. I'd said that. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go back home. And they said, this is home. And I'm like, no, back where we used to, I'm just going to not say town, so I'll say it back where we used to live. Back where we used to live is home. Then like, no, this is our new home. That's not our home anymore. And I was really shocked by that. Because I always thought, like, oh, this is like a vacation at first, or like either a second house or something. Like, I don't really know what it meant. So, this is apparently the new place I was always going to be at. I was really reluctant to figure out what it was, apparently. And I got really mad by it, so I wanted to actually run away. I told my parents, and she wasn't really going to let me, but she said, I told her to pack a bag for me. And keep in mind, I was four at the time, so, I'm deciding to pack my bag. I was ready to leave, but I didn't actually leave, which was good. So, yeah, I wouldn't have really been able to probably leave anyways. So, that happened, and it was just kind of an experience, and, eventually I learned to like this house. After a year of living here, once I really got friends is when I started to like living here better. So, yeah, anyway, since school started back up, but the problem is they still want to send me to my old school instead of sending me to the one here. They were like, yeah, let's go to your old school again. And I'm like, and before it was like 5 minutes up the road, but now it was like 15 minutes. So they want to send me there, and we didn't really. I don't really know why they didn't send me here because it's way closer. But they sent it to me. They sent me back there, so I had to go there, and it was just. I don't know. I don't know why they sent me back. To be honest, it was just one of those things. But I went there, and it was now in the downstairs room, and I remember there's one time that, I don't know, there's this one time that really sticks out to me for some reason, where I actually had to sleep on a cot. So the only reason to sleep on a cot, which, if you don't know what a cot is, it's basically, it's a small, little, not bed, but, kind of a smaller bed that it's like a portable small bed. And these things are really small because, preschool. But you either had to go in for being bad, or if you, at 12 o'clock after the classes, it was nap time. And I remember because they were going to pick me up to 12:30, I remember I had to sleep, sit on the cot or sleep on it, and I didn't want to. And all the kids never wanted to take the nap. No, we don't want to take a nap. They always make us. I'm like, oh man. But, we all had our own cots, and mine always just sat there, did nothing because I didn't really stay there. But, that's what we signed up for, a daycare preschool. So, yeah. So that was a thing. And, yeah. But, I remember the lunches were never good. The lunches actually were pretty bad. Typical school lunches. But I always was mad because they'd eat at 11:30, and I was like, oh, I get to go home soon, but I can still eat here anyways. I was always mad about that. I never got to enjoy a good lunch and stuff. I just had to eat their crap. And they always say, you gotta eat all your food. It's so I had to clear my plate, apparently. That was stupid. Because I don't like that whole concept of you have to finish everything on your plate, because, one, I don't really like some of the stuff, and, if it's my choice to not eat, right? It's my choice. And two, what if we're full? I always say I was full, and they say eat it, and I said, no, I wouldn't eat it. It was always I didn't want it. I'd say, I'm full, I don't want it anymore. I remember eventually, I think my parents talked to them about that, and they never really bothered me about it again. It was one of those things, and you know what? Whatever. So, yeah, that was the thing. But I remember there was this one time where this one kid, he brought his own lunch, and he's like, I brought my own lunch. I'm like, what the heck? That kid brought his own lunch. What's going on here? But I remember I was always confused by that. I don't know why I got so confused over a kid bringing his own lunch. But it was interesting. interesting experience. I don't really know why, but now it's like a universal thing. Everyone brings their own lunches. But back then it was like such a crazy thing. Everyone's like, "Whoa, he brought his own lunch." But yeah, but I remember eventually getting done with preschool in May of 2006, which, by this time that was 9 years ago. It doesn't actually seem that long, but at the same time it is a long time. And by that point, actually, let me skip back a little bit. So in April 2006, there's this one time that I was walking my dogs, and it was kind of like a spring breakish thing. And we had this at the same time as like the elementary school in my town had it at the same time as the preschool had at the other town. So, the schools in this town were up and my school's up. So basically, I remember me and my mom were walking my dogs. And we got like 4 houses, like, not 4 houses, but like a few houses down. I don't know why I said 4, I meant to say a few. So a few houses down, and there's this kid. He's like, we looked at him and I said, "Hi, what's your name?" And he said, "I'm digging a hole." And he had a shovel, he was digging a hole. I don't know what he was doing. So I'm like, what the heck is this kid doing? So I went over there, we started talking and stuff. I remember we kept wanting to, like, race and stuff. It was, it was interesting. Like, we kept wanting to race, he kept wanting to race, so we kept racing, and, like, we did all these weird races, like, crawling or whatever, races, or just running or fast walking. And, I remember he told me, "Have you ever heard of Pokemon?" And I'm like, "Pokemon? What's that?" So he said there's just these Pokemon, like War Turtle. We don't know why. Me and him both don't know why to this day that he chose War Turtle. So, oh man. So he said that, and it's like, what the heck? What's a War Turtle? So, we kept talking like Pichu. His second Pokemon he said was Pichu. So he kind of kept talking about that. I said it sounded cool and stuff. And, oh man, I'm just thinking of nostalgia right now. This is crazy. Oh man. But, so, we kept talking, and, like, he had this, like, van, like, not a moving van, but, like, a van that was bringing him furniture, because he just moved into the house, so they're getting new furniture. Remember, me and him were, like, running inside the van, running out. It was actually kind of cool running in and out the van, the back of the van, though. Like, moving van thing. Not moving van, but, like, the furniture van. I don't know why we just were. And, like, it was there for, like, 50 years, too. Like, I don't know why it was there so long. So that was a thing. It was just there, and it was pretty cool. So yeah, that's basically what happened with that. And, so then, me and him were now friends, and, so that was pretty cool. And then, like I said, May, I graduated. Yeah, graduated preschool. I forgot about that. And, I remember we had to sing songs, which is always stupid. I remember being a little kid and always had to sing songs. It was the stupidest thing ever. But we graduated preschool. We got, like, our own little hats, and we got our own little, like, diploma things. I really don't mean crap, because it's freaking preschool, but whatever. So, it was just one of those things. So, then there was a summer, which the summer me and my friend always hung out and stuff. It was a fun time. We always hung out. And I remember, like, every time we'd drive over to the post office, we'd always drive by the post office or something for whatever reason. Because back in the day, we'd always go to the post office with my dad. I don't know why. And every time we passed it, he's like, "Hey, there's your new school." I always get all hyped about it. Because I'm like, yes, no. Because I hated the other school. Like, I didn't hate all the kids in it. I just hated the school. The teachers were kind of mean. Well, the first teacher wasn't, but the second teacher was. But, and then, like, I don't know. It was cool to be there. Like, to know I was going to a different school, I was going to be a kindergartner. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm going to be a kindergartner. I'm cool. I'm a cool kid nowadays. Kindergarten, it's cool kids club. Cool kids club's kindergarten. Why do I keep dragging that on for so long? But anyway, so I did that, and yeah. Summer was really great. Pokemon, we always watched Pokemon. It was a fun time. When I say we watched Pokemon a lot. But it was cool. Oh man. So, and every time, like, I always watch, like, all the Pokemon openings once in a while. And once you get to Advanced Battle, I'm just, like, sitting there, like, oh my god. Nostalgia right now is, like, so, there's, like, I'm always sitting there, like, thinking of all the memories, like, this time. It's, like, it's pretty good to talk about this time. It always, I don't know, it always makes me happy to talk about this stuff, because it's just like, whoa, that was, like, 9 years ago, which doesn't seem that long ago, but it really was. Almost a decade ago. So, it's just one of those things. I keep saying it's just one of those things for some reason. But I don't know, I felt like at the summer, like, I was there for so long, but I really haven't even been there in this town for a year yet. But it seemed like so long. As I actually go by, I know I'm skipping over a lot, but I don't want to make this video 5 years long, but it's probably already like 20 minutes long, but like, whatever. And I just remember that summer was just amazing. Pokemon, and they showed me Sonic, and the first thing they let me do was go in the Chow Garden. Which, if you didn't know, until then, I've never picked up a controller in my life. I always watched them play Pokemon. Then they showed me Sonic, and they let me go in the Chow Garden, and I'm like, or no. First thing they let me do, was the Chow Garden. Then they let me play a level, which was Speed Highway. It was the first Sonic Adventure level they ever let me play. This is Sonic Adventure 1, not 2. And I'm like, oh my god, this is so great. And it was exciting for me, because I didn't know anything about this. So, I was excited. I really did like this time. And that was the first time I ever picked up a controller. I sucked at it, but you know what? I had fun. And eventually, in August, I remember school was starting, and I was like, excited. I was excited to go back, because I was like, in a new school, I was pretty excited, because that's back in the day when you don't know anything. Like, when I was going to junior high, I wasn't excited to go back. I mean, part of me was kind of like, cool junior high, but the other half was, like, most of me was like, dang it, I don't want to go back to school, Back then, it was, like, cool to kind of go into kindergarten, but then, So I went to kindergarten, and yeah. Or no, there was actually the thing before, it was, like, a meeting thing. Which is the last thing I could talk about, because otherwise we're actually getting into the kindergarten starting, and that's basically something I don't want to talk about yet. So, so there was this meeting for like an hour, and I remember all the kids were holding on to their parents, like, and I was like one of the few people who weren't holding on to my parents. I was by them, but like, I wasn't trying to hide. I was just kind of like, hey, I'm here. And so it was pretty cool. I guess you could say. And then, next day I got up and it was time. And we're ending off here. So anyways, yeah, that's basically all for today. I will talk to you guys soon, so comment, thumbs, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.